Hi, I'm Jennifer Christen, and this is my first year as principal oboe of the Indianapolis Symphony. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the oboe and about reed making. Particularly this week, we're doing Brahms 1, which has a lot of oboe stuff, and I kind of wanted to just show you the steps behind what it takes to get a good sound, get a good reed. Yeah, it's quite a different lifestyle. So this is my reed box. I normally have a lot, it looks like a lot of reeds, but there's only a few that actually play well for rehearsal. Right now it's these three right here, which I'll be playing on a bit for you later. But I want to show you the stages of a reed as well. It starts out like this, a piece of cane, and then what I do is I have to find good pieces of cane. There's different qualities to look for in each tube to show the hardness of it. You want a hard piece rather than a softer piece. And you want the diameter, this is my diameter gauge, you want it to be a certain measurement. There's all these criteria that you look for. So I normally look for it to be around the middle of this. And then I split them. I can show an example. Ideally, I want to find a straight piece of cane. So about right there is pretty straight. So what I would do is split it. So there's that. And then I want it to be a certain length, so I have to use my guillotine. And before I cut it, I also want to try to find the straightest piece. I cut it on either side to make it this length. And here's some more. And then, one of the final steps before I tie the reed onto a tube, I have to gouge it. So make it very thin. Now, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this piece of cane is a lot thinner than this one. And this is what you need to soak and so that you can fold it in half without it cracking and tie it into a reed. And I want this actually to be a very specific thickness. So if I go like this, it should be around 60, which it is. And then basically what you do is you get a tube, you fold it and tie it over the tube, and you do a lot of scraping. So for Brahms, you need a very refined reed. It has to be able to play very softly and beautifully, but it also has to be able to have a lot of power when you need it. I have a couple particular reeds that I like this week for Brahms. I can show you some differences between sounds. They're probably minute differences, but I think you'll be able to tell. So this is a reed that I like for Brahms. And that's a crow. And when I crow, I want it to be on the tuner a C. It's pretty much a C. So I'll play this for you. So I'll be playing the solo from the first movement of the Brahms. So that's the first movement, and I don't know if you could tell, but I tried to start it as softly as possible. And this reed pretty much allows me to do that with the attack. Some reeds, they have a nice sound, but they don't have the refinement. A lot just depends on the cane, the weather. So I'm going to play on a reed for you that maybe is good for something like Mozart, but not for the opening solo of Brahms. play softly, you can kind of hear a little air in it. So with something like Mozart, where it's not as sticky, I think I might be able to get away with something like this. I'll try to play the opening of the Mozart concerto. Small differences in reeds, and each week, of course I always just want to have good reeds, but it's great if I can have a reed that really suits the pieces that we're playing and makes me feel the most comfortable with the different solos and exposed passages that I have. And of course weather changes reeds. If it's really cold out, they tend to close up from the dryness. If it's really hot and humid, they tend to open up a lot, which is also why I look for really hard cane, because then it doesn't change as much with the weather. But yeah, it can be a nightmare, but it can also be really fun. I would love if you guys could come hear the Brahms, as well as the rest of our program, the Bruck Violin Concerto with Daniel Hope, and Beethoven Leonore Overture No. 3. And it's with Krista Verbansky conducting. It'll be a great concert. It's on Thursday morning, coffee concert, 11:15, and then Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m. Hope to see you there.